Hey everybody out there, this is Kris Nicholson. Just wanted to update. I did this all day, basically. Well, no, I shouldn't say all day. I did this today, but I've been planning about it all week. Is basically my Korg collection. My Korg collection has grown a lot, so I'm going to show you all of them, which is going to be really cool. And hope you enjoy looking at them. I enjoy playing them, so here we go. Here it is right here, everybody. This is my Korg collection right here. These are keyboards and desktop modules right here, plus mini synthesizers and arrangers. So let me show you exactly all of them. I've been collecting Korgs for a long time. I had many other Korgs and I sold them, and I regret selling them, but you know what? It's I'm going to start collecting Korgs again. And a lot of people's going to ask me, what about my Casio collection? I still have some of it left, but most of it has diminished already because some of the Casio stopped working and everything. So I kind of gave them away. But we're going to start over at this section right over here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, so let's start with the desktop modules right there. The one all the way, see if I could get my finger right there. There we go. This one right over here, this is a vintage Korg PSS 50, and that's supposed to be like a little arranger, and it is pretty cool. I mean, it's vintage. I don't know what year it is. I have to look it up. But that PSS 50 right there is, sorry, I'm not getting too much of a clear picture. It sounds pretty good for its time that it is. Kind of almost FM-ish, which is really cool. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit. You see in the middle, that's a Korg i5M, and that's basically the module version of the i5S keyboard. And what it is, it's an arranger, and you hook it up to any other keyboard, and you get lots of sounds. Basically, the AI synthesis, which is from the O&W series, and it has all the a lot of the I series rhythms on here. Okay, right over here, that little silver box right there, that's a Korg i40M, and what it is, it's basically the module version of the IS30, I think it is, IS30 or 35, and it basically does the same thing as the i40M, I'm sorry, the i5M, but a more upgraded version. Okay, so you can see right up here. Oh, by the way, the i40M has a vocal harmonizer, which is pretty cool. Right there, you can see the first keyboard is the Korg. That's the Micro Key Air 61, and that's my airline keyboard. And this keyboard, I take it on flights with me. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's unbelievable. I take it on a bus with me. I could create a track just by using that keyboard alone. And my iPad, I'm using my iPad Pro right now, and the iPad Pro is loaded with a whole bunch of Korg stuff. Okay, the white one right over here, that's a Korg Micro X. Let me see if I could get a better picture, get a better angle of it. That's a Korg Micro X right there. And the Micro X is the first micro, actually. I think it was the first micro that actually has the Triton sounds, and it has more than the Triton sounds. It kind of has a lot of the Triton Extreme sounds. So it is HI synthesis, but it's a little bit more hyped up. All right, the next one over there, all the way in the back by the organ, that is the Korg. That's a micro station, and the micro station is basically a miniature Korg M3, because it has the same synth engine as the M3, the EDSI, what it is, M3 synthesis. And that right there is a workhorse. It sounds so awesome, so good, and it's 61 keys. By the way, the Micro X is 25 keys. You can get that in white or black. Okay, so let's move down here. All right, so the first one that I have right here, let's start with the little guy, and we work our way up. This right over here is the Korg Micro Arranger, And when I bought the MicroStation, they just came out with the Micro Arranger, and I said, okay, let's put 2 and 2 together and let's buy both. The Korg Micro Arranger, I'm sorry that my hands are shaking. The Korg Micro Arranger is basically it's the next keyboard that I'm going to show you, but it's a miniature version of it. It does all the features of that next keyboard I'm going to show you. It has a whole bunch of rhythms, has a whole bunch of sounds, 2 16-track sequencers, plus a backup sequence, which is really cool. And here is the bigger version of that right there, which is the Korg PA60. And I'm sorry that my hands are shaking, guys. It's hard for me to hold this big iPad. The Korg PA60 is the same thing as this. Basically, only difference is this is smaller and it has an SD card. It's the same exact thing as a Korg PA60 or the PA50 or the PA80. So I got both of them. What happened is that I had the PA60 first and I couldn't take it anywhere that much. This one I could take on a plane with me. So I bought the Micro Arranger when I bought the MicroStation right there. Okay, here is, oops, sorry, you got me again. Here is my beloved Korg PA600. This Korg PA600 is freaking incredible. I got this at a pawn shop for 500 bucks and it's brand spanking new. And ever since I got that, I started collecting more and more of the PA line, which is unbelievable. Because I was a Yamaha guy for a while for the PSR. I still am. I love Yamaha, but the Korg PA600 has what was I gonna say? I forgot how you pronounce it. I have to go see it and everything. The DNC instruments. I'm sorry, DNC, which is you know, the nuances on there, which is good. Defined nuance instruments, which is cool. And it has more rhythms, it has more upgraded rhythms. So I have basically all the rhythms of the PA series into this PA600, which is totally cool. All right, let's move on to the bigger line. Actually, before we do that, let's go down this area right here. Right in front of me is the Korg X50. This is basically the Korg TR, which is not the TR rack. I have that too, but it's a Korg TR in a little bit of a smaller portable package. You can see the handles right there. Has all the sounds of the TR and has basically the same demos as the TRs. Most of the features except for the sequencer. Right over here, I got this one just recently. Actually, I had it and I sold it. This is my my Korg WaveStation. And the Korg WaveStation, I call that the talking synth. This keyboard right here is sick. To this very day, I still love it. The Korg WaveStation and the T3. The T3 is right there. But yeah, the Korg WaveStation, it's mostly synthesizer, no sequencer, but a lot of awesome good synthesizer waveforms that you can get on there. This is basically Korg's answer to the Roland D50. Here's my Korg T3, and if you guys wondering what happened to it, the reason it's like this is that because the whole body of the T3 was all scratched up. Well, it wasn't scratched up, it was just, you know, it was just fully black, and there was no writing on it, and it was kind of faded a little bit, so I thought I put contact paper all over it and make it a woody. So it's a Korg T3, it says vintage on it. It's a T3EX actually, woody. And it's pretty cool. I played the T3 all throughout my junior high school years and my high school years, and the T3 is just phenomenal. It's an incredible instrument. It's AI Synthesis 1. Right over here, this is the Korg i30, and the Korg i30 came basically after the i3. I had an i3 and I sold it, but I got a replacement for the i3, which I'll show you a little bit later. But it's an upgraded version. The Korg i3 is basically an upgraded version of that, the i40M. And the i3 is, I said the i30 is touchscreen. It has AI Synthesis 2, which is from the O1W series. It has more upgraded rhythms, more upgraded sounds, floppy disk drive. It's really cool. It looks, to me, it looks like a black Trinity. That's what it exactly looks like, a black Trinity, which is pretty cool. All right, now we're going to the 76 keys. So this one right here, that is my beloved Korg T2. And the T2 is the same thing as the T3, but the only difference about the T2 is that it's 76 keys. And the T2, I had the T3 first. And I love the T3 so much that I got the T2. Then I sold the T3. I got the T3 back, which is pretty cool. The Korg T2 is a workhorse, 76 keys, all the features of the T series. By the way, I had the T1 and I sold it a long time ago. But 8 track sequencer, not 16. But it has a very good waveform memory on there. This one is a Korg X2. I got this as a trade. Actually, I got it for free. The Korg X2. It didn't work properly, and I reformatted the system and put the original sounds back in. And you can see the keys. I'm trying to find another replacement of this X2 because this one has a bad amplifier board. It still works though. Still works good, but the amplifier board is kind of bad. And it's just a workhorse. The sounds and the features on them are unbelievable. This is basically the X2 is a or to say it's a low version of a T series and an O&W series. So that's one thing about it. Now, what carries the same sounds? This is AI Synthesis 2. What carries the same sounds is the Korg i2. Only difference about the i2 is that it's the arranger version of the X2. Not really the arranger version of the O&W series. They call this the O&W on steroids. The reason because of the rhythms. It has a lot of the O&W sounds, but it's more based on the X2 sounds. Because if I take the X2 and load stuff into the i2, it's both compatible. If I take the O&W series and load it into the i2, it's not compatible. Over here, this is my Korg PA1X Pro. This PA1X Pro is sick. The PA1X Pro is the reason why I got the PA600 and the next keyboard that I'm going to show you after this one. This is a workhorse. This samples. This has a lot of sounds on it. And the reason I have this one and that one is because they're both totally two different keyboards. But I got all the arrangements from this and put it into the 600. And freaking incredible. I love the PA1X Pro. Basically what it is it's an upgraded version of the I series that I just showed you. And it's upgraded, it's more like the father of the PA60. And it has a lot of the same features of the PA60, but more upgraded and kind of crosses over to the PA600. Okay, speaking of PAs, this one right over here. This is an 88 key Korg Kronos 30. The reason I bought this is because after liking the PA600 a lot, I bought the Korg Kronos 30. The only thing I don't like about it is that once you plug in the headphones, the speakers shut off. You know, so I wish they made an option that you can actually keep the speakers on there at the same time. I'm gonna write to Korg. Maybe they can make an upgrade, you know, for that. But it's 88 keys. It's a different action than what I'm gonna show you next. This is more, the action on here is a Fatara action. So it's more like what's on a Kurzweil. It's more what's like also on a, let's see, there's a Kurzweil or an Ensoniq keyboard, I should say. But as in the features, it's basically almost the same thing as the PA600. I gig out with this keyboard, and sometimes I gig out with the speakers alone, and that's all I need. That's all I need. All right, last but not least, my beloved, let's see if I could get a better angle. This is my Korg Kronos, Kronos 88. Now, I'm already seeing hearts flying. I'm seeing checks flying. The minute I say Kronos, I see people liking that already. Yeah, the Korg Kronos 88. What can I say about this keyboard? This workstation. This is one of my best workstations I've ever owned. The reason I bought this, I bought the Korg PA3XLE, and it didn't work. I bought it at Samash, and they kind of almost refused to give me a new one because I got the floor model and I got the discount. So I said, okay, I'm taking my money back. So I took my money back, and when I was taking my money back, they offered me the new one. I said, sorry, you guys lost. I saw this on Craigslist for $2,000. $2,000, straight up. And I bought it. I went straight to the guy's house. I bought it. I bought it with a case. The case is like brand spanking new, and I bought it with a two-tier stand. So I got a Kronos for $2,000 with the case and with a two-tiered heavy-duty stand. So another reason I bought the Kronos is because I have a Roland Phantom X8 in my studio, and I wanted it to have a partner. So the Kronos and the Roland Phantom X8 are just phenomenal. I gigged out with this keyboard, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm only going to gig out with it with serious gigs, not mediocre gigs. Serious gigs. And this is more of my studio keyboard. I upgraded the hard drive. There's 4 hard drives in there. 4 hard drives, and there's like 3 other memory sticks in there. Inside, built into it. So I put 4 SD solid state hard drives into it, and two USB memory sticks in there, and it's upgraded with sounds galore. This thing has so many sounds that could top all of these together. So that's my collection, everybody. That's my Korg collection. I had to do this early because nobody is actually one of my partners is sleeping, and my other partner is working. He has a new job, so this is the only day that I could probably do this. Well, I could do it more days, but I'd rather choose this day because I'm cleaning up my closet. Okay, so let me show you the rack mounts, if I could. I hope I could. My room is a little bit of a mess. So this is my studio right here. Sorry about the mess. As you can see, there's an 03RW. Korg 03. Let me turn on this system. Hold on 1 minute. Turn everything on. There we go. That's a Korg 03RW. I have 2 of those. And this rack mount is pretty cool. This is basically the slimmed down version of the ONW, but it sounds exactly like an ONW, which is really good. Hey, Mr. Reyes. No, I don't sell any of my Korgs, but I do sell a lot of my other ones though. Okay, going down here, turn on the light, and I already showed you most of these, but sorry about that. I already showed you most of these, but just want to show you right there. I got the Korg M1REX, which is the same thing as an M1. I got the Korg Trinity Overture. I'm sorry, Trinity Overture. This is the Trinity in a rack mount. This is the TR rack, which is pretty cool. I don't use this one, but I add it in my collection, which is the Korg SG rack. The reason I bought it is because when I bought the TR rack, it kind of complements the look, you know. So, but it is a pretty cool piano module, which is right there. Okay, if you can see right there, I got another WaveStation, a WaveStation SR. That's the upgraded version of the regular WaveStation. And right down there is the Korg 03RW again. And that's, hold on 1 minute. I gotta clean up my room. That's basically it, everybody. Plus all of the Korgs that I got. All the Korgs that I got on my iPad that I'm holding right now, as you can see. Here, look, see? I'm holding my iPad right now. So all the Korgs that I got in this iPad Pro, which is the IM1, the iWave Station, the IMS-20, the Art Odyssey, Electribes. I had a couple Electribes. I'm looking for some. I have all the Korg apps in my iPad that I'm holding in my hand right now. As you can see, that's the iPad right there. So thank you so much for joining me on this little adventure, and also, you know, comment to me. Thank you, Mr. Reyes. I wish I could pronounce your first name, but I'm trying to. But yeah, this is it. So everybody, here we go again. My Korg collection. And a lot of people's asking me if I'm selling any of these. No, I'm not. I'm a Korg guy. I've been a Korg guy for a long, long time. You know, I said the same thing about my Casios. But the Casios were taken over. They were just taken over. It's crazy. Korg is more of a mainstream line. I love it. I still love Casio, so don't get me wrong. I still love Casio, and I love all the other companies. But Korg is my love. You'll always see me with the Korg keyboard. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Do me a favor, click like, subscribe, follow me on everything, and go to my website, www.KrisNicholson.com, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my Twitter, you know, follow me on Twitter, subscribe, go to my Instagram. I have a lot of things. You're already on my Facebook, or you're already on my YouTube if you're watching this video, but do me a favor, click like, subscribe, follow me, and go to my website. Have a safe day. Over here it's raining. Well, it's actually sunny out, but it might rain, so keep dry. Love you guys. Have a nice day. I love you. See you. Bye. Mwah. Bye.